you guys didn't want to do the PetSmart training because it's really expensive. And so I am giving you guys a video on what you would learn in the first week. So the thing that they wanted, that they didn't teach me, that I think is a good thing to know, it's a game. And so the dogs actually love it, and it's called touch. And with touch, what you want them to do is you want them to put their nose to your hand. Okay, Loki already knows this. But what I did first was I would say touch, and I would put my hand and I'd touch his nose, and then I'd give him a treat. So he started to figure out, wait, if I put my nose in her hand, I get a treat. So this is good stuff. So what you'll do is you'll say, touch, yes, good boy. Yes, ready, touch, yes, touch, yes. And you don't want to give them a treat. Once they know touch and they're doing it consistently, make it a game. So keep them guessing. Maybe give them a treat 3 times in a row and then withhold it for 2 times and then give them another treat. So it becomes a game. They don't know when the treat's coming, so they'll always do it. Ready? Touch. Yes. Touch. Loki, touch. Yes. Good boy. And touch is good because if this gets really solid, touch, good, touch, good. If this gets really, really solid, then if they become distracted with something on a walk and you're not super happy with that, you can start playing this game. You should always have treats with you, by the way. So let's say with him, it wouldn't work because it's not that solid yet. I just started teaching him this. But let's say a cat walked across our path and he started going after the cat. I could tell him sit and then go touch, yes, touch, yes, touch, yes, good boy. And get his mind off of whatever it was distracting him. Now, more realistically for him, it would be like there's a trash can that he's super interested in, so I distract him from the trash can, that kind of thing. Because cats, there's no distracting him from it, just a thing. At PetSmart, the first things that they teach you are sit, down, up, and stand. He got really confused. He's like, you're saying all of them in a row. So what they use, especially for puppies, because we had a 2-month-old Yorkie in our class, so it was just kind of in everyone's class. And they use lure training. So what I'm using, they're pieces of duck treats. They're from Blue Wilderness. And he loves these things. Sorry, these are chicken. But they're Blue Wilderness. They're very good, and they're good for him. They're grain-free, which for him is a good thing because he's allergic to grains. But they use lure training. And so what you get is you get this itty-bitty piece of the treat that they really, really want. And you hold it right in front of their nose, and you just push them back or pull them down into the position that you want them to be in. So like right now, let's go, stand, good. So for sit, I would hold it right in front of his nose and keep pulling him back. Yes, good boy, sit, yes. And you want to say yes as soon as his butt hits the floor, and then say sit, yes, and reward heavily when they actually do the right thing. Now, these 4 things you can teach at the exact same time. So he's already in sit, so I'll go ahead and put him in a down. Again, for dogs that don't know it, you need the lure. So you put it right in front of their nose and you go slow. If you go too fast, they're going to lose it and they're not going to do what you want. But if you go slow, they will follow you all the way down. So this would be for down. Good boy, yes. Good boy, yes. Forget the clock. Oh. Yes. Up and stand are the exact same thing. You put the lure in front of their nose, you go slowly, and you lure them up into the position. So this will be up. Ready? Yes, good boy. He already knows up. Up is one of his favorites. And the last one is stand. Stand is a little bit tricky. What they will want to do is they will want to walk towards you. And that's very common. And at first, you can still reward for that because they are standing. But as they get better at it, the goal is for them to just stand in their spot. Wait. So they need to be able to do all of these commands without really moving eventually, but obviously not at first. So his stand is still relatively new, because he got thrown into the advanced class, and so he didn't know stand, so this is still a relatively new concept. He might take a step. Ready? Stand. Yes. Took a little baby step. I'll take it. It's not bad. So once you do this, and you'll need to lure them into position a few times, they will start to figure out really quickly that this is what you want. So sit, down, good boy, up, good boy, stand, yes. And there on his stand, before he took a step, I gave him the treat. So he stood in that same spot. Sit, down, up, good boy, stand, yes, good boy. And especially with Loki, Loki gets bored with things very easily, so you have to do it pretty fast. And you can turn this into a game where you start mixing up the commands. So I can go sit, good boy, stand, good boy, stand, good, yes, sit, down, up, down, good boy. Those are what we call doggy push-ups, where you go up, then down, then up, and then down, and then up, then down. It's a fun game for him. He loves them. He gets more excited with every one we do. You want to show him doggy push-ups? Ready? Up. Good boy, down. Good boy, up. Good boy, down. Good boy, up. Good boy, down. Very good. Yes. And make sure to reward them frequently. When they are first learning a trick, you should reward it every single time that they do it. Once they get the hang of the trick, don't reward them as often, because then they won't know when the treat's coming. So they'll be like, well, maybe it's this time, so they'll keep doing it. If they expect it every single time once they've gotten really good at it, then it won't be as successful. Okay, so that's sit, down, up, and stand. Again, to start, just keep, he's so good at this, keep the lure right in front of their nose. So whatever treat you're using, put it right in front of their nose and keep it very, very close. They might start looking at your hand. That's okay. And that's also touch. And so with touch, again, all you have to do is, for the first couple times, actually say touch and touch their nose, and then give them a treat. Okay? And you'll have to do that maybe 10 times for touch, because touch is kind of an odd one. They don't normally want to put their nose right into your hand, but it's a fun game. So I'll show you a couple of tricks that he knows that are pretty special to him, or a little bit more difficult, but they're fun to teach. And I know Daisy knows some of these. So you ready? Loki. Ready? Come here. Go on. Sit. No, let's face the camera. Here. 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 Good. Sit. Good. Ready? So this one's very hard for him. This one's going to be sit pretty. Sit pretty is hard because he has a really big chest. So balancing that chest is really hard to do. Ready? Sit pretty. Yes. Good boy. Good boy. Yes. Very good. All right, the other one that he knows, and he's a very quick learner on these things, it's shake, but he can do it with both hands, depending on which one you're holding at. Ready? Shake. Nope, wrong one. Shake. Yes, good boy. Ready? Shake. Yes, good boy. Shake. Nope. Shake. Nope. Shake. Yes, good boy. Shake. Yes, good boy. Very good. Yes. He gets shake and touch mixed up. I don't know why. Ready? Loki. Spin. Good. Spin. Good. Spin. One more. Spin. That one didn't work. 2 times is your limit, huh? Come here. Boy, let's do one more. Spin. Yes. And then the absolute hardest trick, I don't know if you'll be able to see it on the camera, I hope you will, is roll over. That is the absolute hardest one for him to do. It was really hard for him to learn to get his feet and his weight moved over. So I hope they'll do this. He's pretty tired, so we'll see. Ready? Here. Good. Down. Play dead. Nope. This way. This way. Play dead. You goobers. Okay, we'll go this way. Play dead. Good. Roll over. Good boy. Yes. And I still reward him heavily for that. And we might be able to get back over.
Yes, good boy. Yes, good boy.
All right, so that's pretty much his repertoire for right now. The next things that we'll show you are probably place, and we'll start working on some leash stuff. But again, this week is just touch, and it's sit, down, up, and stand. Those 4 you can teach right in succession with each other, right in a row. So you should be practicing or training with the dogs about 10 minutes for 3 or 4 times a day. So a grand total of about 30 to 40 minutes a day. They need time to process, and you'll see that each time that you do it, they'll get better and better and better. Once you get really fast at them, they're done. They're solid. They're good. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't go back and revisit them, but those commands should be pretty solid by that point. And that is the point where you don't start giving treats every time that they do them, because they'll start getting bored with it. They're like, oh, I always get a treat. So start mixing it up. Make it a game. So let me know if you have any questions. And I hope training goes well for you guys. And I will send another video next week. Bye.